Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Joshua Suliruka here, your host of the Impact Podcast Show, and it's great to see you guys. I want to just, give a massive shout out to those that are listening, but also want to give a massive shout out to those that are watching on YouTube or even on Instagram. I want to thank you guys for taking your time. But before I do introduce our next special guest, I would like to firstly just state our mission. Our mission is simple. We're always focusing on the one. That's what we're focusing on. Yes, we would like to focus on the millions of people in the world, but in hindsight, we're wanting to focus on impacting the one. And so I just wanted to state that clearly. That's the goal. And we're wanting to, impact, influence, and we want to utilize the special guests that we have on board to inspire and encourage you to be the best version of you. So I just wanted to state that before we get into the Impact Podcast Show episode for today. And so without further ado, before I actually bring up our special guest, I would like to share to you guys exactly on why I brought this man in, but also how I actually got in contact with him. So a couple months ago, probably around June, July, I followed this guy, and it wasn't because he was a footy player. It wasn't because he had 13k followers or how many followers he has right now, but it was actually because of his videography. That's something that I'm passionate about, and that's something that I do on the side too. And there was something about this man. There was something about this guy that I truly resonated with him. He's a fitness freak. I see it every morning, and one thing that and one thing I love the most is that he's into storytelling, and that's one thing that I'm into, like, myself. And so this man right here, he's played NRL. He's actually played NRL with Cronulla Sharks and also Canterbury-Bulldogs. He's also represented Samoa, and that's pretty much all I'm gonna say, because he's gonna come in and he's gonna rock the house for this Impact Podcast Show. So, guys, I want to introduce to you Nu Manu.
What's up?
Bro, how you going, man?
Yeah, good, bro, good. What's doing? Where do we start?
Bro, you know what? Could you kind of like give us a brief introduction of yourself, bro? Just for those that don't know who you are.
Yeah. Sweet. So my full name is Faamanu Brown. Everyone calls me Nu, or like all the Fobbs Islanders say Nu, but all the Balangis, or I should say the Caucasian people say Nu. But
Nu.
Yeah. But it's cool. But I am 25 years of age. Born and raised in New Zealand, in Christchurch. I moved here when I was about 16. I'm one out of 9 siblings, so I've got 4 brothers, 4 sisters. I'm a baby. I'm the baby of the family, and I moved here on my own at 16. When you're a young teenager or young kid, it's quite hard to do things or to do life, on your own. And I had to sort of learn that myself. How to wash your clothes, do dishes, make your food, without having my parents there. But I came here to chase a dream, and I got there in the end. But I'm just going through some adversity for myself, with injuries, and I'm just trying to be the best version I can be, and just get back to where I once was. So that's where I'm at.
Yeah, true. But I didn't even actually know that, in terms of you actually coming here from New Zealand to Australia by yourself. Could you kind of like touch just briefly on why that was the case, like why you actually chose to do that?
Yeah. So I think before I played league, I played union, and like a couple of my friends now, like, they're playing in the All Blacks. And for me, I was like, when I was at 15, 16, I got scholared to go to a private school, and like anyone from the hood, when you get offered to go to a private school, you're like, fire out, this is going to be the dream come true, because not only they pay for your schooling, but just an opportunity to be more than just the normal. And so I turned that down, and one of my friends here that was playing for the Sharks at the time, under 20s. He was the captain. He played for Samoa too, so Pinani Manu.
Yes.
And he was like, bro, could you just go down to this trial, the Sharks trial in Christchurch? They're holding it down. I've told them to keep an eye on you. Story short, I did the trial, and then, bro, from that game, they were like, man, we'd love to have you over there. And then in like the next 2 months. So then I thought I was going over there to trial. And so before I even said goodbye to my parents and my family, I got over here, and then they were like, oh, man, would you like to stay here?
Oh, true.
I'm going back home.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, shucks. Like, you know, as a Pacific Islander, you're like family orientated, you know what I mean? Like, you're always around family. And so for us, you know, not having my family there was like, it was a big deal. And and then I was like, man, you know what? This is where I want to be. Like, I want to be playing NRL. You know, as a teenage Islander, you sort of grow up to be. You want to be a rugby player or a rugby league player. You want to be a sports star, and yeah, that's about it. Eh? Like, that's the reason why I took the risk. And bro, at the end of the day, like, there's so many times where I wanted to quit. Like, I remember signing the papers at the Sharks when I was 18. Oh no, when I just turned 19, I said to the Sharks, "Oh man, like, I want to go home. I'm homesick." And so then they gave me the papers. I was there in the office, and I signed the papers away. And then because I started going through depression and suicidal and all of that. And my family was like, man, you know what? My mum was like, I'd rather have you home than have a contract, you know?
Yeah.
For me, that was powerful. And so, yeah, I was pretty much almost about to go that following week. And then, I had some good advisors there, some of the players over there, the senior boys, and I stayed there for another week, and I was like, I'll just grind it out. Bro, that following, I think it was like the next couple of weeks after, I debuted.
True.
I played my first NRL game, and I was like, holy heck. You know, it all works out in the end, you know. It's all in God's plan. But, that's sort of the reason why I moved at a young age. But if it wasn't, it's weird, though. Like, I don't know where I'd be if I didn't take that risk, to be honest.
Yo. Yeah, 100%, man.
So, yeah.
Oh, bro, that's crazy, man. Like, it's crazy because I actually put a post out recently, and it was about trust the process.
Yeah, hard.
Right? And, it was all about, like, at the end of the day, just keep watering and tending your goals. And I feel like just imagine if you pulled out a lot earlier. Where would you think you'll be if you ended up just pulling out?
See, that's the thing, bro. Like, for me, I wasn't like a real bad kid, but I just didn't care about school, you know?
Yeah.
I didn't really care about school because I knew I was coming here, but I don't know what it'd be. Like, I'd probably still be on the streets, getting up to bad mischief, but that's probably it, or even locked up, to be honest.
Yeah.
So, like, my family, like, we grew up in, domestic violence, gang affiliated stuff. And, yeah, I probably could have seen myself heading down that same road, you know? But for me, it was like, I really wanted to break that cycle of my family because, you know, everyone has their own story. But for me, I really wanted to break that cycle of, you know, just being Polynesian means that we have to be humble and be humble in victory and, you know, live in poverty. But it's like, nah, stuff that. Screw that mindset. We can be more than just, you know, who we say we are. But yeah, bro.
Yeah, true. Yeah, true, man. Because I was actually talking to a few other guys during the week, and I always just think in my mind, like, just imagine if you had given up a lot earlier. You know, I feel like there's a lot of people out there that are wanting to pursue their goals of, let's say, for example, starting their own YouTube channel. I know that there's some people out there that were asking me on, like, how to start a podcast show. And for me, it's like just start, just start and continue with the process. Like don't just stop because you're not seeing results. Like have a break and like recalibrate.
Yeah.
And so I feel like for you, man, if you didn't take that extra leap of faith and grind it out at that time, I would say that you would probably not be here at all. I didn't think I'd be speaking to you, bro, to be honest.
Yeah, hard out, bro. And like, yeah, bro, it's so true. Like, if you can't persevere with things, you're not going to get anywhere. Like, everyone goes through tough times, and we all have our own struggles and our own battles, but it's the tough people that last that become successful. And you know, like with these days, a lot of people post their whole lives on social media, but you know, most of those people don't even see what goes behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So if you can really identify who you are away from social media, you know, all that, and you know, have a good reality check at yourself that you're doing the right things, not just on social media, but you know, off it, then bro, you're gonna get to places.
Yeah.
Like, you know, there's always gonna be haters when you're going out on your own, you know. I bet you there'll be people out there that'd be like, oh, this guy just gets, you know, sweaty and trains and puts all this healthy stuff, you know, just for social and just to get, you know, reactions or whatever it is. But it's like, nah, it's actually become my lifestyle. And if you can make it become your lifestyle, you know, you're on your way to success.
Bro, honestly, man, I actually totally agree on that.
Yeah.
And the reason why I do is I don't know if you remember the time, I think it was a couple months ago where I messaged you. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I think that was ages ago.
Yeah, bro, it was like in January. And I asked you for some advice, and like honestly, I didn't think you were gonna message me back because, like, for the person you are, I was like, bro, this guy's probably busy. Like he's got things like, you know, I wouldn't say that you would forget about me. It was more like there's other priorities that you have in your life, you know. And so I was like, okay, like I'm just gonna wing it. And then, bro, you full like responded back, and you know, I was trialing out all that stuff, bro. At the moment now, I'm like I've already hit my goal.
Yeah.
In terms of the weight that I mentioned to you, I'm a lot more fitter, bro. I'm way more fitter, bro. And now my fitness goal, my like all the fitness things that I do now is like I'm on the same page as you when it comes to lifestyle. I see it as a lifestyle. I wake up and it's a part of my routine.
Yeah.
And this is something that I'm trying to instill in other people. And like, you know, they're starting to get the point. But bro, the question I want to ask you with that, man, is like, how did you allow you know, your fitness, your training, your healthy lifestyle to become a lifestyle?
Probably my partner, my girlfriend.
Yeah.
It's hard. Like, it was hard at the start because I come from a different culture from hers, you know. So she's obviously just Australian, and like for me, I come from a broken family where she comes from a solid family. So for me, coming into this house or this family, it was different because it wasn't my normal, you know. And I think that's what a lot of people got to understand, is that your normal, your reality may not be someone else's reality, you know. And so it was like we've been together for 3 years, and it's taken me 3 years. Like you'd think when you're a professional athlete, you know, you've got your diet on lock, you know, your training schedule on lock. But bro, honestly, just because there's so many of us, and I was like that. Like when you get to the peak, you're just like, okay, I'm gonna cruise it. You know, I'm just gonna chill, just do.
But you're on point, bro.
You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not perfect either. Like I still have my times where, like last week, it was the first time I've had KFC in 2 years. Bro, I just had a family bucket just sitting on my lap. And just, but you know, like that's that's something that people don't see too. You know what I mean? So, but like, just being with her, being in her yeah, being in her, what is it, her presence kind of thing, it sort of, yeah, it changed me, bro. Like, for me, like, I never used to eat with my knife and fork, or like, I never used to sit at a dining table with my family. For
Yeah.
us, back home with my mum and dad, we'll be in the lounge and we'll put newspaper on the floor, and
Yeah.
then you eat on that. You know what I mean? So for me,
Yeah.
my lifestyle became different, but I sort of like when my partner told me, you've gotten to this point and that's awesome, but now you need to get to the next level. You know, um, what you've done has gotten you to this point, but it doesn't stop there.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, bro, she's probably been the biggest reason, bro. And her mum and dad have just treated me like her own, like their own.
Yeah.
And that's something that I've never had when I was a kid. Just a normal family. So yeah,
Yeah, true, man. True. I think that, like, for me, I see that, the people like in your inner circle makes a big impact. Like they have like one of the greatest influences on you. There was another person put up in terms of your inner circle,
yeah,
and I think that resonates with you. I see that resonates with you, in terms of the way that your lifestyle is right now.
yeah,
As you were mentioning about your partner and how she like in terms of her lifestyle.
yeah.
And so yeah, man, like for all those out there, like especially us islanders, right?
Yeah.
What would be like your encouragement when it comes to a healthy lifestyle? Because as you would know, like I would see around like my aunties, uncles, that are like in the place of obesity, and like we're probably one of the like we're like we are a victim to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, is there any like encouragement that you can possibly share to our people?
Yeah, hard. I think the only way, like as Islanders, we learn by visuals. We learn by seeing things, and
Yeah,
to create a lifestyle, a healthy environment for not just for yourself, but for the people around you. You've got to do it. You've got to walk it yourself. I can't say, to an alcoholic, don't drink while I'm drinking. You know?
yeah,
So I think you just got to live what you preach. Because if you don't, then you just look like a fool. Yeah, that's probably the advice I would give. Like it's it sounds harsh, but it's like legit. It's the truth.
Sometimes you got to say it like that though. Like sometimes you just got to be real, and take it for what it is.
Right, and that's what I just try to be, bro.
Yeah,
Like you get so many celebrities. I wouldn't just say athletes, but people that have a high social following, bro. They just think, oh, you know what, I'm too cool. Like that guy's a nobody, so I'm not going to reply back. And it's like, bro, you don't even know the opportunities that will be created out of that. So like me talking to you, bro, this is like my first podcast I've ever done.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Bro, there's actually a lot of people that said that when I reach out to them. They're like, this is actually their first. And I'm like, oh, bro, it's such an honor. It's actually such an honor. No, legit, bro.
Yeah, bro. That's what healthy lifestyle isn't just about eating right. It's about, being productive, but being productive towards your goals.
Yeah.
A lot of people are saying, oh, I'm busy. But it's like, well, yeah, it's good that you're busy, but is it busy that it's making you work towards your goals or achieving it? Because I could say I'm busy, but I'm playing a video game. That's not.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So something like that.
Yeah. I love how you mentioned that because I know that there are people that I know that say, oh, sorry, bro, I'm busy. I'm like, I understand you're busy, but I would say that you're not productive. You're not doing like some sort of a productive task. It's more of like a chill out sesh. And I'm like, I ponder on people's like ideas of them wanting to grow and become the best version of themselves, right? And I always say to myself, there's a difference between you thinking of the goal to actually you living in, like, living it out.
100%.
And I think that's what actually, divides the people from those that don't succeed to those that do. They actually act upon what they say or they act upon what they do. And so yeah, man, it was good that you shared that, because I think people need to hear it.
Yeah, I think that's the thing too, bro. Like to be in a healthy lifestyle too, I think you got to surround yourself around those people. Like, bro, you're gonna hang out with gang members, or if you're gonna hang out with drug dealers, then you're gonna become one.
Mm.
If you hang out with millionaires, and they've got that mentality of being successful, being hungry for what they want to be in life, then you're gonna get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that's like, for me, my circle's so small. I've only got like 4 or 5 friends that I'm really close with.
Yeah.
That I talk day-to-day basis, and then it's just honestly my partner's family. Like, bro, I see my girlfriend's dad. He works from home. Like, he's got like a massive property. He owns commercial properties, and it's like, man, you know what? I can have that, because, bro, he tells me, he's like, no, I was a greenkeeper. He was on the lawns.
Wow.
And he didn't do an office job until he was about late 30s. And
Wow.
I'm thinking, like, it's not about the money, but trust me, money makes a big difference
Yeah.
So for me, it's just honestly surrounding myself around people that are willing to be great.
Yeah, no, 100%, man. Yeah, truly believe on that, man. So, but what I want to do now is actually want to, drift off into another conversation. I want to actually look into. There was actually a post you put up a couple months ago. You were going down to Melbourne to get a surgery done.
Yeah.
And I know that you're already in a process of creating a documentary of yourself. With your surgery and your progress to like recovery.
Yeah.
Could you kind of share a bit of your story
With my injury?
about it? Yeah, with your injury, and also I wanted to get a bit of insight into the Melbourne, like when you went down to Melbourne, and yeah, I just want to kind of really get deeper into that.
Yeah, sweet. So, story short, I broke a bone on my foot. There's 3 bones in your foot that have limited blood supply. So if it's got poor blood pumping through the bone, then it causes breaking or weak. And so, just from running so much, I broke this bone on my foot. And obviously, it's the 3 bones out of your body that have limited blood supply. So, they took bone out of my heel. They cut bone out of my heel and put that bone into my foot.
Oh wow!
It could grow. So that was the first 2 surgeries. And I come back from the scan, and like the bone didn't heal.
Oh.
So literally, I was playing for the Bulldogs with a broken foot without even knowing. So this is my 3rd surgery. This time they took bone out of my hip to put into my foot, because the hip is the strongest bone in your body for bone growth. So right now I'm on the way to getting back to where I once was. But yeah, I head down to Melbourne. The reason why I head down to Melbourne was what should I say? Like after 2 surgeries, I had to make sure that going to the next surgeon, the next doctor, was the last one.
Yeah.
Me. So my partner and I seen 4 surgeons, and they're like, "Mate, you've got to retire. That's it."
Yeah.
And I remember just coming home, and I broke down and just cried hard out, just because when you've done it your whole life to get to this point, you're just like, oh, so I've just come this far, and you give me the bad news. But then I was like, nah, hell no. And then some guy got in contact with me, and he's an AFL Giants trainer.
Yep.
He goes to me, bro. He goes, no. I know a surgeon that's operated on athletes like you with the same injury, and they're money. And I was like,
oh wow.
He was like, yeah, man. And I was like, how is that possible? Anyway, yeah, my girlfriend and I, we drove down to Melbourne, and I was like, I think it was 8 hours and a half to get there.
Yeah.
Why we had to drive was because I wasn't going to be able to fly back. post surgery. So yeah, for me, it was like, you know what, we've got to drive down there because, like, it's all I got. No, it's not what's all I got, but it's like, I know that I've got so much more to give to the game, and for myself too. Like, bro, like I've played just under 50 games of NRL, and like I've been in the NRL system for 7 years.
Yeah.
And I asked myself, why have I only played 50 games? And like for me, obviously because of injury, but I'm like, man, there's so much more to give.
Yeah.
These clubs haven't seen what I can actually do. So yeah, bro. So I stayed in Melbourne, and then stayed in Melbourne for a couple of nights, and then we came back home. But I was so lucky, man. Like, I put myself around good people, and one of my best friends, he is one of the big bosses at Foxtel.
Yep.
And he was like, hey, "No, I'm gonna fly over there. I'm gonna take the weekend off from work. I'm gonna fly over there, and I'm gonna drive you guys back."
Oh wow.
And I was like, "Oh, that's mad, man!" Like,
Yeah.
and you have people like that are
bro,
will invest time and energy into you, and that, you know, that they believe in the same dream that you can do it, you know. And like, I'm like, far out. Nothing's better than having your own friends support you like that and believing in your dream.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like, it's not about me. It's not about, like, yeah, I'm the guy that's doing all the hard yards, but bro, honestly, if it wasn't for the people around me, I wouldn't. There's no way I'd still be, you know, trying my best to give them all.
Yeah, man, that's crazy, bro. Because, like, I truly believe in the power of association. Like, I fully believe in the power of a community, having people around you. Like, yeah, like, I reckon there was like times in my life where all I needed was just mates. All I needed was like guys that would actually sharpen me. You know, like not beat around the bush and hide things around me, but more so tell me as it is. And they'll tell me straight. They'll tell me like, yeah, you probably got to pick this up. It was, you know, I told you before, you didn't listen. Yeah, like, you want guys like that. You want guys like that on your side because they're doing it out of love. You may not see it now, but in the future, like, you'll be totally grateful for those type of people in your life.
That's like with my missus' dad. Like, I call them mum and dad because I generally feel like they are my mum and dad.
Yeah.
It's like a respect thing for us Islanders too, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
But like, you know, every time at dinner we're sitting there and he's like, how's training? And I'm like, yeah, it was good, Dad. And, you know, like, just him asking as a father, like, that's something I've never had. And you just know that they're investing their time and, you know, into you. And he's like, well, did you come first? And I was like, no, I didn't come first though. Like, you know, like, even that little pressure there, I know straight away. I was like, man, he cares, you know. He knows that I can do great things. So, yeah, bro, it's honestly, like you were saying, just associating yourself with good people, bro, gets you to places, 100%.
Yeah, man. And so, yeah, I just want to, you know, continue on your story.
Yep.
So post surgery,
Yep.
like, how was? So yeah, so post surgery, finished surgery. Your mate ended up driving you back from Foxtel.
Yeah.
Like, you started driving back all the way here. And so what was the next step for you from that point?
Rest.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't sit still, eh?
Bro, I'm the same thing, bro. I'm the same thing. I get in trouble by my missus when she tells me, she's like, you need a rest. I'm like, but I just need to do. I want to do things, you know, like, even just touch a camera. Like, I just want to touch the camera, right? She's like, no, leave it. I'm like,
hard. Yeah, for me, my next step was not to put pressure on my foot. So like, I had to go buy this knee walker thing. Like, so it's like you put one leg up. It's like a little scooter. It's just a one-leg scooter.
yeah,
That's the only way I could get around. But the first 2 weeks, I couldn't even drop my leg down, or else the blood would like flow to my foot, and it would just keep so like pain.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Like, the first 6 weeks was probably the hardest, just because I couldn't, you know, put clothes on myself. I couldn't shower properly on my own.
Yeah.
and that's the thing, bro. Like I don't like a lot of athletes. A lot of people don't see what athletes go through. It's like it's not just about us athletes individual. It's about our families that put in our girlfriends' families that put in the time and effort to make us who we are.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. And then after post surgery, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna record. I don't know if we spoke about this, but obviously I'm a videographer.
Yep.
Now it's sort of my side hustle. And I was like, you know what? It'd be so cool to document what I'm going through, just on and off the field, and like just document the adversity because I feel like it can help a lot of people. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Everyone has their own sort of adversity, and for me, it's not about injuries and overcoming them. It's like it's in all areas of life,
Yeah.
you know. And so if I can document it, um, and hopefully touch someone to be like, okay, you know what, I'm not giving up on life. I'm not giving up on this opportunity. Then that for me that makes my heart so full.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, true, man, true. It's crazy how you're talking about documenting because just yesterday I was researching and would you know much about Garyvee? Gary Vaynerchuk?
Yeah, like I know of him. I don't really watch his stuff. It's like too.
Yeah, yeah, no, bro, totally cool, bro. But the one thing that he actually talks about is like personal branding, but more specifically documenting. Yeah, documenting your journey. And he talks about that and how that will actually like he's actually done like he's done it himself and he's actually helped other businesses to increase their followings, not just their followings, but like long term. And so I feel like you're on the right track, bro. I reckon you should continue to do to document your journey
Yeah,
because it's actually inspired me. I've been following on your journey, and
yeah.
I've been watching it from the time that you left the hospital to where you are now. And for me, like yeah, I'm the same as you when it comes to being a videographer on the side.
Yeah,
Like I do it as a hobby.
yeah,
There's been some moments I was able to do like some jobs like yourself, and I've learned that like in these like I've actually learned from you on how important it is to document, which I've actually just started today. Like
right.
just today, I'm in that season of like I'm just gonna start documenting my life to inspire people. Like I'm on the same page as you, bro.
Bro, that's awesome, bro. Like, if I can inspire you to do that because it's powerful. I think telling your story, because bro, not everyone knows you, not everyone knows me,
Yeah,
and there's so many people that have speculations about who you are, like what your identity is, but it's like no one knows you better than yourself. So
yeah,
why not tell your story, through
yeah,
your eyes? Because at the end of the day, no one knows your heart
yeah,
and what you're thinking. So, but that's awesome. That's awesome that you're documenting, and it's powerful, bro. Like honestly, when we get old, you look back at the amount all those years
yeah,
of adversity and that, and at the end of the day, you think about it, it's like an actual film, a movie,
yeah,
your whole life. So for me, bro, I'm just like I really want to document it because when I get to an age where I look back at that stuff and I'm like, fire out, I'm so glad I did that. Like it's cool. Like
yeah.
it's cool to have it in your memory bank, but it's like fire. Like you watching yourself, it's like fire out. I actually went through that.
100%, bro. I fully on the same page with you, bro.
Yeah. So that's awesome, bro. And I think a
Yeah.
lot of people are doing it now too. A lot of people are telling their story, and you know what? I think times have changed now because everyone's like, oh, I think that's a bit weak or weak for someone to tell their story or like an emotional story. But you know what? I did like this time now, bro. This generation, vulnerability is a strength to me.
Mm-hmm.
Being vulnerable, being who you are, being authentic,
Yeah.
um, means a lot more to
Yeah,
people.
man. Yeah.
Bro, for me as a videographer now, if I'm not who I am, if I'm not genuine to a client, bro, they won't do the work because you know what?
Yeah.
Everyone can make videos now,
Mm-hmm.
but if you ain't yourself, um, if you ain't genuine, then bro, they're like, nah, sweet, see ya, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, bro, I think, for me, it's like being who I am and staying true to that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, true, man. That's good, bro. And so, my question to you now is like, how's the actual the documentary going? Like, you documenting your journey. How's that going for you?
It, it's cool, but I'm just like, it's hard because I'm like trying to juggle, um, like video work, like with clients, and then I'm trying to juggle my training, and
Yeah,
then trying to juggle my own creations, and then like my friends hitting me up and saying, "Oh, bro, do you think you could help me out with this video?" So it's hard juggling it up, but like that's what I said. If you if you have a healthy lifestyle and you have a routine, then, bro, honestly, there's not enough hours in a day. I feel
yeah,
like everyone's like, "Fuck, what are you on about?" Like, bro, a day's ages. A day takes so long, and I'm like, nah,
yeah.
bro. For me, it's not like there's not enough. So
No, it's true, bro. I fully understand where you're coming from, man. Like, I look at my calendar, I'm like, bro, my day's actually pretty full. And then you got other people out there saying, man, I've got so much time
yeah,
to spare. I'm like, yeah, that's cool, that's you, bro.
hard.
But for me, it's like I'm on a different path. I think some people get a bit, especially the past month. There's a few people that's been quite intimidated on the walk that I'm on at the moment.
What do you mean?
Like, in terms of like, so I'm popping up, like, putting a lot of social media stuff on, and like really like taking it like a lot more seriously. And there's a few people in my, I wouldn't say my circle, but just people that I know, that were getting like a bit offended about it. But more so, I realized that it wasn't me, it was on them. I had to kind of had to explain it to them and say, hey man, like, I understand where you're coming from, but at the end of the day, I'd probably get a reality check. Like, just check on yourself and realize exactly where you're at.
In it or no?
Sorry?
Is that like your relatives, like your own relatives in it?
No, it's actually just mates. Like, relatives are pretty all good, but it's just like, some mates that I know that are going through their own walk, and it just doesn't align with them in terms of what I'm doing, which I'm totally fine. I'm all cool to agree to disagree.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's like, at the end of the day, I'm walking this path, and I already know exactly where I'm gonna go, in the end.
But that's the thing, bro. You're gonna offend people. I mean,
Yeah, 100%, bro. Yeah,
I still do it now, but it's
yeah,
like, bro, at the end of the day, if you want to watch me, you can watch me. If you don't, then don't.
yeah,
Because, bro, that's the thing is millions of lives out there that that need what that I've got, that like
yeah.
the knowledge that I have, the knowledge that you have.
Mm-hmm.
So many other people out there that are so lost in this world, and it's like they need to hear this shit. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah,
yeah, bro, hard. I feel you on that. That's cool, bro. I'm so happy. Like, you've come so far too. Like, from the time I first spoke to you,
yeah.
like, I wouldn't have never thought that you'd start your own little podcast kind of.
Yeah.
Bro, and that's the thing. Like I was saying to you before this whole thing started, like, bro, it just takes all it takes is just you starting. Like, because
Yeah,
if you don't start, you'll never know, bro. And that's like for me. Like, when I started videography, the way I started was I had a GoPro. I bought a GoPro for the first time, and I took it out on a like a trip, like a footy trip with the Bulldogs. And bro, everyone was literally just laughing, and I honestly, at the same time, I was like, "Oh, this is probably like not even a good thing for me to take, like, to bring a GoPro," because I was like, "Fuck, yeah, I am a rookie, I'm a rookie creator," and I was like, "Oh, you know what? We'll see what happens, bro." Next minute, the same guys that are mocking me, even like the staff, they're like, "Oh man, can you do this video for me?"
Oh, bro, you're actually on point on that, man. That's what happens, eh?
Yeah. And I'm not trying to be cocky about it. It's just like, it's the truth.
Yeah.
But bro, that's how I started, bro. And bro, look where it's got me now. Like, I'm getting paid to make stuff that I want to make.
Yeah.
So bro, and like now, like, one of the boys that used to mock me, bro, he's doing the exact same film course. he's doing the same film course, and I'm like, see, that's what you get. And he's like, "Oh, bro, look, listen, say my mate, he's earning, I think he's earning about $500,000 a year."
Yeah.
He goes, "Oh, so I just need to do something in my life," and I just want to try it out. So what's this film course you doing? And I was like, well, and then I gave it to him, and now he's doing it.
Bro, that makes me laugh, man. That actually makes me laugh, bro, because I always see it. It's like usually the ones that critique you the most. That once you start to succeed, once you start to like elevate yourself to like a high platform or high pedestal, they want it. So it's like, yeah, bro. I've had a few that were questioning about what I was doing, even like doing vlogs, right? Like even just having a camera. Like, I just use this, like, G7X, and I just do it like this, and I'm just, like, talking to a camera. And then, like, even that, when I was going for a run, I would have my phone, right? And I'm talking to the phone, and you have people give me these eyes. And in my head, I'm just like, bro, keep staring. Please. Keep staring, man. Because, or if you want, you can jump on my YouTube page, and you can watch the whole thing. Like, at the moment now, like before, I was, like, similar to you, man. Like, I was very hesitant on where I do it, especially with the boys, especially in footy, man. Like you're surrounded by the boys, and we all know how the boys are. It's like they're straighty 180 when it comes to their views and stuff. So if they think it's if they think it's clumsy, or if they think it's looks weird, they will actually tell you, shut up, bro. What are you doing, man?
Yeah.
And then now, like, bro, like you're a great testament to it. You're a great testament to.
Like one of the boys hit me up, and he's like, hey, bro, how do I... He asked me, he goes, how do I talk in front of a camera? It's actually harder than what you think.
Bro, same thing, man. Yeah.
What are you on about? But yeah, bro, I hear you. We can go back and forth with this, but yeah, I hear you on that.
Crazy, man. No, it's actually crazy, bro. It's crazy that, what you've done. Because I was just listening to the way that you started. The way that you started your videography, which I want to touch on quickly.
Yeah.
And I want to try and get into your new level media brand that you've gotten into.
Yeah.
Or that you've started. It's cool that you were actually bold enough to take that stand and continue.
Bro, yeah. Yeah, I still can't believe myself. At the same time, bro, like, like for me, I don't know anything about business. Or how to create an online profile, and that's why I'm lucky that I've got a girlfriend that sort of does that stuff on the side.
Yeah.
So she's honestly, she's probably the person behind the scenes that's built this profile here that you see. With like my new level media, and so me and her were like my missus was like, babe, you're actually getting really good at this stuff, because bro, honestly, my camera equipment would probably cost overall probably just under 20 grand. Overall, 20,000.
Bro, I seen your kit, bro. I seen your kit, and I'm like, I can't afford that.
Hey, you will, bro. You will eventually.
Yes.
Believe it, bro. You will.
Yes.
Like my missus, like, babe, you better do something with this equipment, because if you don't, like, that's just going to be a waste of money.
Yeah.
And then I've built my own business. Like, we had to get it approved by the government, to see if New Level Media was taken or not. Bro, so I was buzzing. I was full buzzing that, some Polynesian kid just made his own small business. But yeah, bro, it's crazy what you can do, man. The sky's the limit. So
yeah, man.
Yeah, bro. But bro, that's the thing though. Like, I just want to inspire Polynesian kids to get out of your comfort zone. Usually, our comfort zone is playing football.
Yep.
Or working at a factory, playing guitar, playing music. Like, there's nothing wrong with working in a factory. Like, my dad still works in the factory. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but for me, it's like, man, we are so talented.
Yeah.
As Islanders, and I'm just like, man, we can do so much more. Like, bro, when I walked into my missus' family, they're like, oh my gosh, you can, play guitar, you can play football.
Yeah.
You're so humble. I'm like, but you know what I mean? They're like, we can do all these things. Like, most Islanders can play guitar and sing.
Yeah.
And bro, honestly, at the same time, though, like, people may say, "Oh man, it's a gift and a talent that you guys have," and it's like, no, it's not. It's not really. Like, people don't actually realize we learn how to play the guitar when we're a young kid.
Yeah.
And so it's like with anything, if you put time into a craft, you're gonna get somewhere with it. And that's what I always try to harp on with people. Like, man, just give it a go. Give it a go. And like it. If you don't like it, then you don't.
Yeah.
And like with a lot of athletes now, like on the news right now, they're saying, during this time of the pandemic, a lot of athletes are just playing video games. Like even NBA players.
Yeah.
A lot of these NBA players are just playing video games. I'm like, man, surely you want to do something away from that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Nah, that's crazy, man. Like, I was just thinking. I was actually gonna touch like a little about like a little into the NRL saga situation. Because man, I look at you, and I'm seeing like you're like the fair few that were already okay. Like you're already okay even before the pandemic even came in. When it came to the COVID-19, so like you're already recovering from your injury, but you already had the mindset that like you're still okay because you have your new level media on board, you're getting clients in, and you're doing your documentary, and I'm looking at him like, bro, like this guy is one of the fair few NRL players that are actually still succeeding even outside, which is crazy, bro.
Hard out, bro. I think that's a really big downfall of the NRL. Is like, I don't think the game itself, like, it's our responsibility as an individual to make sure that we're doing something away from the game. But bro, when I was 18, I was earning $80,000, and so bro, that's freaking a lot of money in the real, like for me right now, I don't even earn $80,000 right now because I'm off contract. I'm not at a club.
Yeah.
Right, at 18, I was like, you know what? If I'm going to earn $80,000 and this is my first year in NRL, bro, I'm going to be laughing my way, to the bank.
Yeah.
And so, bro, I was earning, six figures till about 23, 24, and then, bro, an injury hits, and what do I do now? I'm off contract now. I'm not even at a club, so I don't even get paid.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that I feel like the NRL don't harp on to the athletes is like, drill some courses into athletes' heads, to do something with their life.
Yeah.
But, a lot of these courses are like, building, and bro, some of the players don't even want to be a builder.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, man, give the players more a variety of, what they can do, because you just don't know, bro. There's no way in hell I would have thought I'd be a videographer now.
Yeah.
But I honestly saw myself working at a factory after footy.
Yeah.
I truly believe, like, as much as it's like a shit thing to say, bro, I actually thought I was going to be working at a factory.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong working in a factory, but for me, like, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's crazy, bro. Because like I feel like we're called to do so much more, and so much greater. Like I was pondering over it, like I think a few days ago. It's like some people in life are just all good with the average. Always just wanting to be the same.
Yeah.
They want to stay in their comfort zone, and then you've got those out that are like, you know what, I want to actually get out of my comfort zone. Like I believe that I'm called to do a lot more than just work in a factory. And you know what, man, like I feel like us POs are called to do a lot more. We're called to carry a lot more, in terms of like even just a lot, like a lot of the things that we've gone through, our ancestors, what they've gone through in order for us to get here. In my mind, I'm like, are you telling me that they worked their butt off back then for us just to be right here comfortable?
Hard. Yeah.
It's like, to me, I'm like, no, I feel like we're called to do greater. Like I feel like we're actually called as PIs to do far more greater than those that were already privileged. And like even that, we have a story. Like we have a story to share. We've got a story to tell, and I feel like that is so much like that would actually bring a lot of PIs into the game a lot more faster, a lot more quicker. But I guess the one thing that we fail in is clarity.
Yeah.
It's just the clarity. Like we're like when we were growing up, it's like we're only told that you want to go to uni or you want to play footy. Like the goal is to play NRL, and it's like it's not clear to us exactly how life's gonna look. We only get told, oh, by 20 you're gonna be playing footy and you're gonna play for the rest of your life. It's like, what happens if that doesn't happen? Like what happens from there?
But you know what? At the same time, I think at the same time when we're like growing up in these PI families, is like we're really like, I don't know, we stereotype each other.
Yeah.
We put ourselves in this category where we're like, okay, we're meant to be poor, or we're meant to be working in a factory, as we said, or we're meant to be on the benefit,
Yeah.
And it's like, nah, bro, screw that, bro. Like, and that's the thing, like, bro, like the way I talk now, the way I present myself, bro, I get some of my Islander mates, they're like, bro, you're so palangi now. I'm like, yeah, it's like a joke thing to them and to me, but it's like,
oh, bro,
I know deep down that that's what they actually mean.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
But
Yeah.
that's the category that we've put ourselves in, and
100.
I just want to break that, bro. I really want to break that.
Bro, I can see you doing that, man. Like I can see that already happening. You're breaking the stereotypes already, man. Like you're still going through your recovery stage.
Yeah.
And you've started your own small business. It's like I don't see a lot of our own people, let alone people in general.
Yeah.
Starting that, especially at your time, bro. 25 years of age.
Yeah.
Off contract. It's like I feel like you were in a place of pressure. Like you were kind of forced to look at like other things. Like you could have went to the comfortable, bro. I was just thinking about it now. It's like you could have just went to factory jobs. Like, cause like it's comfortable and it's just average. But my question to you was like, why videography? Like, why did you jump into that out of all things?
Bro, I don't know. Hey, I really don't know. I don't know about videography, but I know that the thing that inspired me, the person that inspired me to be more than just rugby league was my oldest brother, or one of my oldest brothers.
Yeah.
I don't know if you quite know, but my brother, he does TEDx talks now. He spoke on TEDx talk, and if people that are listening right now, TEDx talk is like it's a platform that, what is it? Entrepreneurs, all business owners talk on the stage for free, right? For free. They don't get paid anything to talk on stage, but the best thing about it is that all these different entrepreneurs, these corporate businesses, listen to it, and then they start to invest into your dream, your call. So my brother spoke about what he does, and what he does is he's a barber. Story short, he got nominated as top 10 in the world as a barber. So he's gone to America. He's done a tutorial, like a barbering tutorial with Tupac and Biggie's barber.
Yeah, wow.
He's worked with like some of the biggest names in the world, and I'm thinking, fuck, this is just some Polynesian guy.
Yeah.
That comes from that obviously comes from my family, but like this guy was just from the hood. This kid's from the hood, and now he's got his own business, and he's got 10 chairs, like 10 employees, and then he's got another shop in Palmerston North, like another place in New Zealand. But for me, it was like, holy heck, if my brother can do it, I can do it. Any of us polys can do it. And bro, we honestly, he wasn't a qualified barber. He didn't go to hairdressing kind of thing. And now, bro, he just got signed to a publisher called Penguin. So Penguin is one of the biggest publishers in the world that publish books. And so they're about to publish their first book in New Zealand, Australia.
Wow.
And bro, like that's that's far beyond videography. Like, bro,
Yeah.
for a Polynesian guy to write his own book, to publish his own book, that's crazy.
Wow.
And so for me, it's like, bro, you know what? I've got a platform myself, and I've got to use it. You know, I'm lucky that football has helped me build that platform and
Yeah.
profile, because, bro, you know, people like the average Joe, they have to start from scratch.
Yeah.
You know, and it's hard. It is hard.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm lucky, bro. And I think that's what I try to harp on now is developing your personal brand as an athlete. It's like, man,
Yeah.
we have this massive following, all of us, like me, you know, from the crappers players to players like Sonny Bill. We have this massive following and we don't do anything with it. We just post, oh, you know, missing footy or can't wait to be back. But it's like, okay, yeah, you might get 800 likes or whatever it is, but no one sees that, you know. For me, it's for an example, Instagram.
Yep.
What's more important to me is the comments, because at the end, those people that are commenting are actually interested and want to invest time into, you know, your vision.
Yeah.
You know? Because, bro, anyone can just scroll through. Like, I can just, you know, Garyvee, like, for an example, he's the man, but like, I can just scroll through his stuff and just like it without even listening from the first second to the last second of his video.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So for me, engagement's massive, but it's like athletes don't understand that, you know? If, you know, if Sonny Bill goes, oh, here's Mount Franklin, drink this because it's gonna keep you hydrated, right? All the Islander boys are gonna start drinking Mount Franklin.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's how powerful he is. So I don't think people understand that. And for me now, I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna develop my new level media, my videography business.
Yep.
Because at the end of the day, businesses are gonna need what I have to offer.
Yeah, no, legit. And I feel like you will provide a service that is real authentic because it's you. It's your brand. It's your it's your brand. It's your business. And so what you got to provide is going to be real and authentic. Like, I can see that. I was just thinking about it. I'm like, I'm actually a byproduct of what you're doing. I'm a byproduct of it. Like, I reached out to you. And I followed you just because of the videos that you're putting up. I was like, bro, this is actually mad. And at that time, I was still growing in my, you know, just editing videos and just taking photos, you know, just like trying things out. And then the more I started to watch your stuff, I'm like, bro, I need to get into it. Like, I need to start pushing. I need to keep going. Yeah.
Yeah, like, bro, like, it's cool that you tell me that stuff, because it motivates me to keep doing what I'm doing. Not just for social attention, but it's like, because I know it's going to help people, man. Like, my story is going to help people. And like your story, like, bro, you never know. 10 years down the track, you can be the next Garyvee.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You could laugh about it now, but bro, who knows? But bro, it's awesome that you say that. Like, this guy on Instagram, he tagged me and Jordan Kahu. Do you know Jordan?
Yep. Yeah.
He's another athlete creator, and he's the man too. And we've both gone through our adversity with injuries and stuff. But this guy tagged us both just like a couple of hours ago. He tagged us both and he goes, thank you to these two, to Jordan Kahu and Nu, for just, you know, creating these videos that's pushed me to where I need to be. And so, bro, this guy, he's had 3 operations on his ACL, his 3rd op, and he ran 10Ks.
Oh, wow.
5 months in, and I've done my ACL.
Yeah.
I didn't start running until about 7 months. So this guy's running after 5 months, and I'm a professional, and he, like, I don't know if he's professional or not, but after 5 months, this guy's running 10Ks. That is awesome. Like, honestly, that's why I make videos.
Yeah.
Because, man, if it can help you, you know, be different, be great, bro, I'm all for it. I'll continue to make them.
Yeah.
But, you know, at the same time on Instagram too, like, you get a lot of what is it? Not relevant stuff. You know what I mean? You get to the point where everyone's just posting the same shit, different day.
Yeah.
And people get worried, you know, oh, if I don't post on this day, then I'm going to lose some followers. But for me, it's like, you know what? I'm going to post stuff that's going to impact people. You know, I may not post every day.
Yeah.
But I bet you once I post, everyone's like, oh, crap, Nu just posted. I wonder what he's up to. I wonder what he's, got to share with us.
Yeah.
I'd rather have that kind of impact than going, oh, this guy's posting every day. Yeah, it looks cool. Kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I fully get you, bro.
So
Yeah, fully understand, man.
it's all about engaging with your audience the right way.
And I think, like, just to add on to that, I think you need to actually know who your audience are.
Hard out.
Like, there's no point on, like, putting, too many photos or too many videos up on Instagram when you're targeting an audience that can only, like, accept one. You know what I mean? So I'm still learning to this day, like, about the demographics, the algorithms. And, like, I'm not really looking too much onto the stat stuff, but, like, more just, like, who are the people that I'm investing in? Who are the people am I, like, impacting? And that's where, like, the personal branding is starting to come into place now. Like, I'm actually getting to a point now where, like, I'm going to start documenting my life. I'm going to start doing a lot more of the podcast. And I'm actually going to start, like, interviewing people while we're still in, like, lockdown or isolation, per se. Yeah.
It's awesome, bro. Like, yeah, you definitely got to do research on who you're trying to target. I think that's really important. Because for me, like, when I started making all these videos, I actually started losing, like, I had zero engagement.
Yeah.
Like, because it wasn't anything to do with footy. Like,
yeah, true.
Everyone's like, oh, this is whack. Well, yeah, I'll get, whatever likes it was, but there was no comment, there was no engagement, there was no direct message of saying, oh, fire, that was awesome. That's really impactful. But now, ever since I actually documented myself, to like, holy heck, yeah, I'm actually going through something too. Like, you've helped me, get through this. So for me, that's my audience. My audience, I'm actually quite lucky. Like, I've got the whole footy audience. People want to see me fail. People want to see me achieve. So I love that. Then I've got an audience where it's all about corporate businesses. With the pandemic now, everyone's just jumped on online business. Businesses. So everyone's like trying to redevelop their brand online. So that's where I help. And then, my adversity. That's my audience too. And you know what? I think that's the best thing about me. And I think anyone can have that adversity audience.
Yeah.
Bro, we all go through adversity. So, yeah, bro, just got to know your audience and then just hit them hard with whatever that you feel is in your heart.
Yeah, no, true, bro. And I think, like, just add on to what you're saying, I feel like, not just, like, knowing your audience, but also knowing who you are.
Hard out.
So then you can actually resonate with your audience. Because there's no point in me wanting to resonate with other people and they're like, oh, I thought you were like this person that's always on their camera. Like, you look like this on camera, but I look at you now, I'm like, you're completely different. Like, that would be like the worst thing to hear from, like, your followers or even just people that are being influenced by you. And so, yeah, that's something I've been learning, like, within the past few months was, the best thing to do is just be real.
Yeah.
Be real now. If people don't like it, then cool. Like, let them go, because there will be people coming. Like, eventually people will be coming and they will want to follow you for who you are.
Hard out.
These are revelations that I'm just getting, like they're all just flowing in right in my head.
Yeah.
But I think these are things that people need to hear. The viewers and the people that are listening on the podcast. Bro, I actually forgot that we're actually still running.
Yeah. So
I'm like, bro, this is actually such a mad conversation. Nah, it's all good, bro. I'm just like, thinking about the people that are gonna listen. I know they're already gonna get impacted, like, from your story, but I feel like there are people out there that are wanting to start doing this. Like, they want to start putting their videos out, and they want to start putting their stuff out. And so, yeah, man, like, I truly believe that being you and being authentic and being real will be the biggest, like, game changer, whilst also knowing your audience.
Yeah, hard, bro. And I was just gonna say that if you know who you are, you're not gonna care, who listens and who doesn't.
Yeah.
Just gonna stay true to yourself, like you're saying. Because when you continue, if you stick at it, persevere with being who you are and posting what you believe in, bro, trust me, you're gonna get an audience.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, I really can't believe it's like a sort of, how shall I say it? Like, I actually thought my dream was to play NRL, which it is, but it's like, it's more than just rugby league now. Like you were saying before, like, we all have a purpose, a calling.
Yeah.
And, you know, like, and that's, that, and we've been raised like that, you know, from our parents.
Yeah.
You know, they always say, you know, you're going to make your mum and dad proud, or kind of,
Yeah.
I've always had that calling. Yeah, it's been a bit of pressure, but, bro, it's good pressure if you think about it.
Yeah. No, legit.
But yeah, bro, that's me. That's not about me. I'm bro. For me now, I'm still grinding away, man. Like everyone else. But I just think with this time that we have, bro, use it. Like, make the most of it. You know, because once we get out of lockdown, or, you know, once jobs and that shops start to open back up, bro, you're on your own. Yeah, it's time for you to go get it, and you'll see. Honestly, we will see who's done their homework or who's grinded out, you know, while being at home, developing new skills and stuff. We'll see that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, bro, it's awesome. I honestly, I so love what you're doing, bro. Like,
yeah.
I check your quotes now, and it's like, fire out. Thank God for your quote, because it actually helps me through the day. And bro, that's the thing, bro. Like, you may think that, you know, I'm a guy with a profile and you're like just the ordinary person, but it's like, nah, like, I truly get inspired from the ordinary.
Yeah.
People that think that they're ordinary, but they, you know, I'm just as much as you are.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, bro. No, appreciate it, man.
Just keep
appreciate it,
bro, because I love it, eh? I love seeing people grow, man. And that's the thing, bro. Like, sorry, I'm probably just like harping on a lot of.
No, go, bro. Go, man. Go.
Like,
all good.
Like, with me learning about videography now, you know, you start to become a threat to other videographers. Bro, I started. Like, I remember when you used to message me and like ask me, you know, how do I do this, how to do that, and what camera to use or whatever it is. Like, bro, I used to do that with a couple of other videographers.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, can I just come down and watch you shoot, see how you do things, and bro, now that I can call myself a videographer, bro, they're like, oh, this guy's gonna steal my clients.
Yeah, true.
Bro, for me, it's like, I'm not even trying to compete with you in that way. I'm like, bro, if they come to me, if your client comes to me, it's because there's something missing from you.
Yeah.
That you're doing. You know what I mean? Right. And like, for me, if someone like, so I did a video for, this is when I first started, I did a video for this dance company.
Yep.
Hopefully they don't listen to this, but I did a video for this dance company. Anyway, the video, the dance company did another video the second time, and I thought, oh, surely they liked my video, so they want to, you know, came back to me for the second one. But bro, and like for me, I was like, I felt offended. But then I looked at the second video and I was like, holy heck, this is the bomb.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, there's something I'm doing wrong here in my work. You know what I mean? So
yeah, if
you got other podcast people that are out there trying to produce their stuff, bro, be happy for them. Be happy for
100, man.
And look at it as a way of, okay, you know, I need to get better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think it takes great humility to have thick skin.
Yeah.
To have thick enough skin for it not to, like, the offense become something that gets stored inside of you. Like, I remember I put it like when I started doing this, like, personal, like, just putting quotes out and stuff, I ended up like writing one, and like it's still on my Instagram now, and it's like, oh, offense is a choice. Like, it literally is a choice, and that's something that I believe in. I believe that everything that you do, it's all based on the choice that you make.
Yeah.
You know, me waking up in the morning saying, oh, I don't want to, I don't want to train. It's like, that's your choice. You made that decision. That's on you.
Yeah.
So that's something that I harp on a lot, man. Like, in every post that I put up, I put down on the bottom, hashtag, it's a choice. And the reason why I do that is because people need to hear it. Like, people need to know that everything that I do, it's all based on my choices. And no one, and like, people can influence, people can, tell me that like this is what you should do, and then I make the choice. But at the end of the day, I made the choice. Like I can be influenced by them, but at the end of the day, I had made that decision. No one can make the decision for me.
Yeah.
Like it's only myself. And so, yeah, man, I feel like, I feel like that's something that would, what was that word? Yeah, like resonate with you with the things that you're doing.
Amen, bro. Like 100%. Like I have a friend that's going through a hard time. I won't name him, but I have a friend that's he's got like, you know, heart problems, but he continues to drink. And for me, like I sit there on the phone with him, and he's like, bro, you know, I've got really bad heart problems. But it's like, bro, well, at the end of the day, you're choosing that decision to drink. So I can't really sit there and feel sorry for you. Like I literally say that, bro. And like he either hangs up or just, you know. But for me, it's like, bro, I have to tell you, I have to give you some tough love too.
Yeah.
It's the only way you can handle it.
Yeah.
So yeah, bro, I hear you. That's so true, man. It is our choice. It's our choice to be in the position that we are in. And yeah, like, bro, like when you're trying to not trying to make a name for yourself, but when you're trying to be successful, bro, there's a lot of risk taking in it. You're gonna get the no's, but then you're gonna get the yes too.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, it's been awesome talking to you. Eh? Is there any other questions? Because, bro, I could talk for days.
So can I, bro. Nah, bro. Like we'll probably wrap up just by talking about your new level media, because that was probably like the main goal. I wanted to kind of touch base with. Bro, I just wanted to ask, bro, how's that going? How's New Level Media? I've seen your website.
Yeah.
That's been launching up.
Yeah.
I wanted, just to check to see how that's going for you.
Bro, it's a bit crazy at the moment, I should say.
Yep.
Honestly, to be honest, I'm not gonna say it's freaking popping off. But I've got videos, like I'm getting at least 1 or 2 jobs a week.
Yeah.
Now it's hard, bro, because like I've had to cut prices down too. So yeah, for me, like as a videographer, you sort of have to adjust your pricing. Because everyone's like, oh, you know, the pandemic, I'm not earning much. So, but yeah, bro, it's awesome. Like I've realized that as a videographer, people learn off seeing things, and for me, I'm a problem solver to a business.
Yep.
You know, and like I think you got to know your worth. You got to know what you're worth when it comes down to pricing in your videos. You know, so for an example, I charge a guy $600 for a 1-minute video.
Yep.
And this guy's a corporate business, and so he's working with Nike. So if he gets this video and he makes, I don't know, 20 grand, and I'm only getting $600 to make it.
Yeah.
It's not knowing my worth.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So you got to do your research on who they're working with, what are their intentions, whether they're putting on Instagram, Facebook, and then, bro, you sort of judge your price from there.
Yeah.
You know? And, bro, say sometimes, you know, like for me, I'm doing cheap videos for now because I haven't had a big client, but sometimes you got to say no to people that ask for videos.
Yeah.
Because say I do a $400 video and I'm doing it and I'm in the middle of making it, next minute a plumbing job just asked me to do a $2,000 video.
Yeah.
And I can't because I'm in the middle of making this, you know, I don't have time.
Yeah.
I've just lost out money. So sometimes saying no is actually good.
Yeah.
But bro, it's been awesome. I just got it's probably my biggest video job. I just got offered a $2,000 video.
Yo,
to make
come on, man.
A 1-minute video.
Yeah.
From like to them, it must be hard to make a video like I want, but for me, it's like, oh frick, that's simple as. But yeah, bro. So bro, it's going places. It's definitely going places, but still to this day, bro. I'm still grinding. But at the same time, if I'm not doing video, then I'm trying to upskill in different areas of video, knowing how to tell a better story, working on Photoshop kind of thing. So I'm getting there, bro.
Yeah, no, it's good, man. And so, I'm just gonna start wrapping up. And the last question I want to ask, I'll ask two questions actually. First question is
questions.
no, two, just two, bro. Actually, I wanna ask in terms of an encouragement for those that are doing videography, like myself. For all those out there, I actually got a few mates that would really be inspired by your work.
Cool.
And by what you're doing. So, for them, like if they're going through, they've started, like let's say for example you have the videographers, like they've started their portfolio, they're just starting things, and they come to a point where they start to lose motivation or lose hope in themselves. What's one thing that you can encourage them on that you've gone through that you can encourage them in?
Oh, bro, that's a tough one. I've lost motivation in making videos a lot of times. Bro, honestly, probably just document yourself. Like you don't even have to post it or anything. Just make it for yourself. Like my film coach, because bro, he made this like massive vlog series, and it honestly looked like it was from Netflix. Like,
True.
That's how good it when I was watching it. And he goes, you know what? This is what he said. He started making videos that he wanted to watch, not what other people wanted to watch.
Ooh.
So if you can, that's a really good one. So
that's actually a good one, bro.
you can make videos like that you want to watch, then fine, that'd be dope. That's because, bro, like I did a vlog with my mate that went to the UK. Like this ages ago. This is on my Sony A6300.
Yep.
And bro, like he was with his cousins. Like it was something that I really wanted to watch, and I was like, "Fuck, this is so cool! I actually can't believe I made this." And then next minute, you don't realize that the videos that you want to watch, it ends up people wanting to watch, what you want to watch, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So that's probably if you don't have motivation, like just create something at home that, something that you want to watch. And for me now, like I've lost some motivation in creating videos, and I really want to get into making product videos. So like, say if I was trying to shoot Mount
Franklin,
like getting different lights, get a black background kind of thing, and try, sell the product kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that's something I really want to get into, because I feel like people now online are just trying to sell product, their product. So if I can start making product videos. So I've got this guy, I know it's alcohol. Oh wait, is it? It's alcohol, but he just started out his this alcohol business, and I was like, oh, you know what? I'd love to shoot that. So I've kind of practiced how to shoot products.
Yo.
Yeah, bro. That's probably it, eh? That's probably my advice.
Yep.
Create something that you want to watch.
Yo, I like that, man. But that actually encourages me, bro. What you just said, I was like, bro, he's on point, man. He's on point.
Because, bro, but at the same time, like, what my film coach told me to do is, make sure you follow at least 10 creators a day.
Yeah.
Bro, I remember I used to have I used to follow 700 people, and now it's gone up to 1,100. Because bro, most of my newsfeed now is just all creators. It's not really people get offended when people copy, but it's like if people copy me, then I should feel I should feel happy that they've copied me.
Yeah,
started something.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. That's not like when I see guys like Jordan Kahu. We're all different, but when I see guys like you documenting, I don't have bad blood. I'm just like, bro, I'm so happy. And bro, if you become better and bigger than me, then that's awesome. That'll just motivate me to get better.
Yeah, Yeah, I think it's all about perspective, eh? Just the way you see it. Yeah.
So
legit.
What's another question?
The last question I want to ask you, man, is you're a real inspiring man. You inspire people, bro. You inspire me, bro.
Thank you, bro.
And everything that you do on Instagram, like that's where I had like my journey of like following you had started. And now I'm thinking about the people. I'm thinking about the people that listen to the Impact Podcast show and that like view and watch. And for me, it's like if I was at this stage, I would want something to take away like out of this whole thing of your life. And so my question to you, bro, is what's one encouragement or one life skill that you could probably share that you've gone through that you can help someone else?
Like advice?
Yeah, an advice. Yeah, and just an advice. Just a life skill advice or just life for life.
Yeah. There's so many life skills advice I could give you, but probably to not just be who you are, but work when no one else is working. Like the reason why I get up at 5:30 or 6 o'clock in the morning to train is because everyone's asleep. It gives me more time in the day to get more things done.
Yeah.
For me, I train twice a day, and the reason why I do that is because I know a lot of athletes out there right now at this time, they're treating this like a holiday.
That's right, bro.
Bro, like I get stories on Insta like from the boys. They're eating whatever they want to eat. They're playing games. They're staying up late at 12 o'clock at night. Like I have to be in bed by 8:30 to grind for the next day. So I think my advice would be to work when no one else is working. Be disciplined of the time you wake up, the time you go to sleep, the food that you put in your body, the stuff that you watch, making sure that it's quality stuff to your life.
Yeah.
It may seem boring and you may fall off track, but bro, I tell you now, at the end of the day, in the long run, it's all gonna pay off. For me, like I'm giving this advice to you, but it's even for myself now. I'm trying to drill that into my life. Like I used to love drinking alcohol. Not just to get the mad buzz off it, but it was like I actually liked the taste. Since December, since New Year's, I haven't touched it.
Wow.
And for me, I knew that if I sacrificed that, my body, and like now my body's in the best shape. It's been I was 18.
Wow. Yeah. Wow.
It's like I was playing at the Bulldogs at 100 kilos, almost 100 kilos, 98 kilos.
Yeah.
Now I'm at 89 kilos.
Crazy, bro. Crazy, man.
If I was playing at that kind of level at 98 kilos, and I've sort of almost dropped almost 10 kilos, imagine what I'm going to be like, when I get back there with my foot. So for me, that's probably my biggest advice. Working when no one else is working. Because what you see on Instagram is not always what they're about. You know what I mean?
100%, bro. I fully believe you, man. And I understand where you're coming from, man.
Like one of my boys, like he's fit as, but like he could be even fitter. He could be even like he sends me stories of him training, and then like an hour later for dinner he's having chips and
Oh.
There's nothing wrong with in that.
Yeah.
If you want to be the best, then frick.
Yeah.
But for me, like I can be really hypocritical, like because tonight we're making cupcakes, but for me it's like having the right balance and having different sizes. So for me it's about having that balance, but also that lifestyle. And if you can make it an everyday thing to eat healthy and then control, your bad eating, it just becomes normal. It becomes normal to you. So that's awesome.
Yeah, no, man, that's good, bro.
Even like with you, bro, like I know we'll talk at least probably once every 2 weeks, once a week or once every 2 weeks. Like bro, like I probably need to be better there. Like love like trying to reach out to you, because I know that you reach out to me a lot.
Yeah.
A lot, but like and I think that's about it too, bro. Like you need to grind hard, and part of grinding and hustling is you need to go and get it. You know.
Yeah.
But bro, it's awesome to see you having a mic right above you. Like, bro, that's actually cool as.
Yeah, man. Yeah. It's a proud moment, bro. It's a proud moment.
That's cool, bro. Inspires me, man.
Nah, bro, you inspire me, bro. You inspire me, bro.
Yeah, that's the advice, bro. Anything else? Anything else you'd want to get out of me, bro?
Nah, bro, I'm pretty content, bro. I'm pretty all good, bro. I reckon we'll just wrap it up there. It's been like well over our time.
Oh,
but it's all good, bro. It's all good, man. Time flies when you're having fun. That's the way I see it.
bro.
Nah, it's all good, man. It's all good. But hey, you know what? We're just gonna wrap up. I just want to say, bro, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you heaps. I thank you for the knowledge. Thank you for the wisdom that you've shared. I already know that the people, the viewers that are listening to, I know that they're going to be inspired. And yeah, man, that's pretty much all we got for this Impact Podcast show.
Sweet. Thank you for having me, bro.
All good, man. All good, man. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. I was going to say thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys follow us on Instagram. And also we have our YouTube page too, so subscribe to that and like it. Bro, is there anything that you want to do? Anything you want to share? Instagram?
Nah, bro, I'm sweet, bro. I'm sweet. But yeah, bro. Thank you for having me, bro. It's been awesome. It's sort of made me realize a lot of things about myself too. Just talking to you, so thank you, bro.
Nah, it's all good, bro. It's all good. But yeah, guys, that's all we got. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one.